Aren't the simple things in life so tremendously loving and peaceful? Being in the air of nature, directly in the company of creation. It's wonderful when we can appreciate life together. Life is like overcoming obstacles and being able to have a testimony to proclaim, I overcame such and such. Yes. And this is the beauty of the human spirit. That's what builds camaraderie together. And you have your story to tell of the tremendous leadership you gathered from your story. You can own your story. Yeah! And I'm like a cheerleader. Hooray! I'm clapping for you like a proud parent from the sidelines, cheering on your assist, your goal, your performance. I love you. I love you. I love you. What more can I say to share our beauty together? I love you so much. I'm so fortunate we can share this temporary mortal life together. It's beautiful because it's temporary. If it was permanent, what a different attitude that would be. We don't know what it would be, actually. It would definitely be different. The extraordinary love we get to share in this finite moment of this form. It's paradoxical because we don't know all of the different forms. And yet, together, they are infinite. It's an infinite sequence. From the creation of this world and before, with that source of life that unfolds this life, that as the source of infinity that we get to share together. 95% of matter since the creation of this life is unknown to us, that we currently label as dark matter. And perhaps that's for lack of a better term at this time in our very early concept of quantum physics. Life is experiential, meaning we can share our experience with each other from our points of view. My point of view is I can welcome and celebrate the love that is around me and within me. The kingdom of God is within you. I can reflect deeply upon those words by Christ and be enthralled by the majesty of the word that creates life. And we can be in communion with each other of all walks of life. We can strive by the teachings that we put our belief in, or we can put our knowledge upon if we refuse, for those people who refuse to even believe that they have beliefs. So the knowledge, the substratum that they place their existence on. We can all strive. There's something in any teaching that strives toward being peaceful and being constructive, diplomatic, so that we can build those bridges of communication with one another, so that we can have a bright future for the children of tomorrow, the leaders of tomorrow, the great fulfillment of our human spirit, which is loving one another. There is inexpressible joy deep within us when we achieve that extending of friendship, that extension of I put my trust in a higher power, which thereby places vulnerability toward one another. Because, being and all of this forcefulness, it doesn't get us any closer to each other's hearts. And we recognize that as evidence of our evolutionary understanding of how to live with one another in this allness of love. Everything, once it's completely unfolded before our perception, is love. Because we, by grace of creation, get to temporarily experience life in the form of this divine suffering. The divinity. There is divinity in suffering. There is divinity in being here, right here, present. There's divinity in that. Patience, fortitude. There's divinity in that. And that's how there is love in the allness of creation. And we get to experience that not only in this form, but once we leave this form and completely celebrate the interconnectedness of life beyond these dimensions through faith, that our optimism, our enthusiasm, our positivity is so valuable, immeasurable. Our ability to dream, to hope, to share the possibilities of life with the next generation. It is all justifiable because of our hope. This life, gosh, look at the sky. Look at the clouds. Look at the majesty of nature. It is enormously valuable to behold and be in the presence of deep reflection. And what that also does is it makes you more productive because you're present and your stress has been overcome. This is the meaning of experiential results. You're experiencing it on your cellular level. If I have one of those brain scanning instruments, you'll see the beta waves, theta waves. You'll see those readings change as the stress lowers. It's beautiful how technology is little by little reflecting the spiritual reality that over thousands and thousands of years, through Christ to Thomas Aquinas, Apostle Paul, and beyond to today, we can express the same experience, and science can be like, oh wow, yeah, that's there is something concrete about that evidence. And yeah, definitely keep doing that. So faith is continually being reinforced scientifically, evidentially, experientially, expialatiously. Oh. And you get to just see the humor of even attempting to process it in words, something that's so beautifully experienced deep down within. And I'm marveling in humility that perhaps future generations will improve upon the vocabulary to get even closer and closer toward what all teachings do, which is to point into the direction. That's the way toward achieving this blissful, illuminating peacefulness. And we can send that out as a message to the world, like Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, Albert Einstein, Maria Curie, all these beautiful spirits that have left us ripples of love in our scientific communities, spiritual communities, political communities, and beyond, through time, transcending all the known dimensions and all of the dimensions we're theorizing at this time, so that we can experience joy together and chill out, relax. Put those resources to work for our leaders of tomorrow. It's perfection, building on perfection in the perspective of complete faith that we're in the hands of creation and we can be receptive to the radiance of love that guides upon us the wisdom to carefully give our future to our children. I love you. Peace to you. Grace to you. Wisdom to you.